gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone of all ages. My name is Jade, and tonight I'm your host as I've taken over and Baz is locked in the cupboards. Tonight is Gallowgate Girls show, so we'll be joined by Sam and Em, talking you through some of the latest transfer news, a little bit of build up to Watford, and then Baz is going to gate crush us at some point, some way through. So we'll see how that one goes. If you do like what you see, you want to see any more, we've got interviews, exclusives, all sorts of going on. Please hit the subscribe button, give us all a shout out, say hi, all of the lovely stuff. So let's get the gals in and welcome Sam. Evening.
You all right?
And Em.
Hey.
I'm so glad that you made it because we were really, really touch and go with you.
I know. Don't even get me started. Like I was like on the phone to Virgin going, right, no, don't tell me to restart my router. That's the first thing that I did. Like, yeah.
Oh man. Absolutely crazy. No, I'm so glad. So you're both good?
Yeah. All good. What about
Wonderful. Yeah, good. Nervous, naturally. I feel like you feel like there's more eyes on you when you're hosting. It's weird. There's more pressure. See, I should have done that, but I went with a soft drink because I was like, no, behave, take it easy.
I haven't, so.
See, I love it. Look, I behave and my crew goes wild. Welcome to Gallowgate Girls. Fantastic. Right, awesome. Okay, let's hit our first topic of the night. Chris Wood.
Yeah.
He's in Newcastle. Medical happened today. Sam, happy?
I am. I have seen that he's passed it on Twitter, but I don't know how true it is. But loads of them are saying it's been passed now. So no, I'm happy. I'm just loving the fact that everyone else is annoyed because go back to Mike Ashley days and everyone would have been so happy with Chris.
Yeah, you think back, he would have been considered a big signing back then, wouldn't he?
Yeah, now it's not good enough. So I just think he'll be perfect. He'll be good. What we need at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Happy?
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. I think in the interim, obviously with injuries and that, we do need another striker like to step in and like help. You know what I mean? For a little bit.
Take a bit of pressure off Callum Wilson, maybe. I know he's out injured, but he has been the one man, hasn't he? So
yeah, exactly. Like since, you know what I mean, Joe Linton's now obviously an epic, you know, box to box. He's don't even. But yeah, we just really needed another man up front, like help us out, sort something out.
Like worth the money?
No, that's another question.
Oh, we know what the price is of him.
Yeah, and that's another. It's like we are in danger of that. Would you agree with me there? Like that we're in danger of signing people who will be happy to come for the money, but just not do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, right. Oh, I'm going to get plenty of dollar, but that means I can just rest on my laurels and do nothing. Like, you know, there's a chance of taking ambition.
That's the beauty of this Chris Wood deal, right? Is that it's a 2-year deal. Is that right? 2.5 years?
Yeah,
well, he can't rest on those laurels. Theoretically, he can't because it's only a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
18 months in, you know, we stay up. He's only then got like another year. Kind of has to play.
Yeah.
He has to put in a performance here.
Yeah, I actually had an argument. Well, not an argument, but like a heated discussion with my ex, shall we say, over that because I was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm sorry, Jim. Any more Hendrick comments like that? Okay, and we will be aborting the show. Okay, Hendrick is not allowed to be spoken about in this show.
What?
I have a very obvious disliking for Mr. Hendrick, which seems traveling virally across the internet.
Not like him at all.
Yeah,
I really, really don't. No, I'd have zero time for Mr. Hendrick. He can leave for free on my books.
I know. Yeah, he's a traffic cone, essentially, is what he is. Like he just You may as well just place a traffic cone in the middle of the pitch.
Can't stand him. Absolutely not. Right, a couple of comments coming through. Girls, just see what the people are saying at us. Man United are trying to sign John McGinn. It will be good for us till we can Burnley. John will be happy being in Man United. I'm sure John will be ecstatic with that. John McGinn, that's the Villa player, I believe.
I'm just looking at that about a week in Burnley side. Burnley fans are livid, aren't they, on Twitter? It's brilliant.
Oh, yeah. No, I've loved that as well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, it is a bit, yeah, I just can't believe. I'm shocked he's agreed to come, really, you know.
Hi, evening, Paul.
Hi.
I'll tell you what I did enjoy, right, about the whole Burnley thing is that deal happened within hours. And the next thing you know, there's pictures of him on the train or something, already on his way up to Newcastle. And Burnley fans are just losing their minds on Twitter because he's just like, bye, gone.
Yeah,
packed up, bag's gone. He's out of it. Absolutely brilliant. That to me
see why they're annoyed though, because if maybe Wilson left us to another relegation battle soon, we'd probably all be annoyed.
Well, exactly. That's exactly what I've seen, you know, the replies being is if this was the other way around. Yeah, Callum Wilson was going to Burnley or wherever else, January, you know, in a relegation battle, we'd all lose our minds as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Paul, how you feeling today, bro? Yeah, Paul, let us know how you're feeling after last night.
What happened last night? I didn't see it.
Paul did some damage to himself by taking a fall. And whilst we're all making each other laugh, he's damaged his ribs. So the more we're all making each other laugh, the more Paul is then laughing. So the more pain Paul is getting in.
Right.
And poor guy. That's all I'm going to say. I hope he followed our advice and went to get checked. So go and get checked, Paul.
Yeah. But there's really nothing you can do. Like, see, when you break ribs or whatever, it's just like weeks of no coughing, laughing, sneezing, like even sitting up, getting it's just it's brutal. Don't break a rib. Yeah.
Right.
I saw someone else make this comment yesterday, and it's a great comment. He would be amazing in the championship.
It's a very positive comment. It's a nice spin on it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not yet thinking of us going down, ladies. I don't know about you two. You thinking about us going down? Is it no? See, I love this women positivity about NUFC. It's not happening.
Again, but look at us. Like, look at last season. I mean, the last 9 games for us were absolutely crucial. Like, we had two draws, I believe, and 5 wins out of the last 9. But it kept us. We had decent start, brutal middle of the season, and then managed to stay up. And it was like, right. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
if we need this time.
But like, if we do end up going to championship, it won't be for long, and that's all I'm saying. Like, I'm happy with that. I'll take that. Yeah.
I love that. You've heard it here. If we go down, it's one season and one season only. But I'm still convinced that we don't go down.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm absolutely still confident as ever. Sam, we're staying up.
Yeah, I think so. But I won't be as upset going down as I would have been in Mike Ashley days. That's all. That's the only positive I can think
I'm going to be brokenhearted if we go down. What are you chatting?
I will be upset, but I'm not as upset as if it were under Ashley. I would have been.
Exactly. No, like under Ashley, it was like circling the drain, you know, going. It was like.
I don't think we will, though. I don't think we will.
Hendrick for captain. Paul, I'll kick you out. You make that comment again. That's a yellow card. That's an immediate yellow card. No warning. We don't accept that here. Absolutely not. Don't bottle your feelings up about Hendrick, Jay. I don't believe in bottling up my feelings, Rob. I believe in being open and honest. West Ham and Leicester trying to get James Tarkowski. What are you saying now?
I said I'm going to try and make like a vocal booth thing for next week so it don't sound so echoey. And so.
Are you in a large room? Is that what it is? Are you like?
Yeah, you want to see the size of my ceilings?
Oh my God, we've gone from football to cribs. Let's do it.
That is really, really tall, isn't it?
Wow.
Right,
James Tarkowski. Do we hijack West Ham and Leicester? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting, because some of the boys say no.
Do they?
But I think if we get him back in form, he'd be solid. Okay. Right, that's it. We're hijacking it. Thanks for that, Luke. Loving the positive talk about Ekitike and the Carlos transfers. Now, me and Sam were just talking about this in the old little green room. I really have tried hard to say that name all day, and I'm pretty sure I just messed it up. Yeah, we'll go with it. I didn't. Fantastic. Great news. Right. With Hugo, 30 million, has openly said he wants to come.
Yeah.
We've openly said we want him.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Em?
Stop chasing if he's not really into it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
he wants to come, though. He
wants to come. He has openly said he wants to come, apparently.
We're not willing to pay. Is it 25 million or something? We're not willing.
Yeah, apparently. They've asked for, I think, 30. I've read a few different posts, to be fair. I've read 30. I've read 27. I've read 25.
I've seen 30. I've seen 30. Like, obviously I'm open to anyone that's going to strengthen us, but like, look at your background. You know what I mean? Look at your portfolio of achievements. Is not.
Oh, guys, can you please hit the like button, because we're all so lovely, because otherwise Baz is going to keep telling me off in the chat because I keep forgetting to tell you to. So please hit like. Please join the memberships. There's a free one, which, you know, you'll still win prizes, and then there's one for 99p a month, which you'll win even bigger prizes, which we're going to have like shirts and all sorts going on. And subscribe, and you can hear more about me moaning about Baz. I did it, Baz. There you go.
There you go. Plug.
Right. So we're going in for the 19-year-old, because I want him personally. Oh, yeah, I think he's going to be fire. Yeah. You know, and with Wood up top, and him, and the pace of, you know, you've got Ryan Fraser, Maxi, you know, the pace of Almiron in around with him as well. Could be quite frightening.
What about Elliot Anderson? Whatever happened to him?
I didn't make notes on him. He wasn't on my notes for tonight,
She
went off the script. Elliot Anderson. Anyone, throw him in the chat if anybody knows where Elliot Anderson is. Start a hashtag. You know, get it out there, get it trending. Where is Elliot Anderson?
As far as he's still like an under 23 squad, like, but do you know what I mean? It was just, he's going to be the up and coming thing, and he's going to be in first team, and he's going to be this and that, and then he was just. That was it. Never heard from again. Just gone.
Right. Farfan, Burnley are already spending Newcastle money.
Hasn't he gone on loan, Anderson?
Has he?
Or he's go. I'm sure he's.
Is he the one due to go on loan to Luton?
Oh, is he?
I don't know. We'll just say that, and if it comes out, then we broke the news on Gallowgate Girls, and everyone will love us. Smashed it out of the park. Look at that. God, you won't get hosting like this anywhere else. Baz, I'm taking your job, mate. Oh, killing it. Absolutely killing it. Right, we got very confident that we'll stay up, win on Saturday, get out the bottom three, and we push on. Saturday's game, Watford. What a huge game.
Yeah.
Wood can be registered in time to play. We still actually have time to register another couple of players, providing how the bids goes and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Sam? Watford.
I am confident, and if it is true, he's passed his medical. Wood will be there, because Callum's not going to be out for a while now, isn't he? So
yeah, 2 months easy.
Yeah.
Robert, I swear, I'll unfollow you on Twitter, boy. That's all I'm going to get every time I do the show now is Hendrix.
Yeah, you're going to. Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Madness, absolute madness.
The second half performance on Saturday was it was so bad, wasn't it?
So my issue with that performance was that we created 20 chances, 9 on target, and you're thinking, how have we not scored?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure there was that disallowed Murphy goal as well, and it was just like the frustration was palpable.
Yeah. So annoying.
At the end of the day, we didn't really need any more matches to be struggling with at the minute. Like, we could just be doing with focusing on our main objective, which is staying up. Like, you know.
Exactly. So move on. Watford, Chris Wood, I think is probably going to start.
You think?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We don't have any. We don't have any other choice, Come on.
No, not really.
Norfolk makes a wonderful point there. I reckon every manager this morning would be looking at every contract to see if there's a buyout clause hidden away. If I was them, I'd look through every single player in their squad, because if you have a quality player in your squad and it has a buyout clause, there is a 99% chance that we are probably looking at it.
Yeah.
Why are we penny pinching over 5.6 million?
I've heard a few
is that over that other kiddie? That's the... Hold on, I did have a report on this one somewhere. Again, it wasn't in my notes, but we will trail. We'll trail just for you. Is that... Okay, no, I haven't got it. That's an absolute lie.
But like, I mean, you're not exactly penny pinching. It's like the price of a Freddo, you know what I mean? Like when it went from 10 to 15p, you were like,
oh, just compared signing a player to a Freddo RM.
It doesn't matter about how much it costs because it's still only 15p, but you're a bit pissed off that it went up by a third, you know? Like,
all right, so here's a scenario for you, Sam. We want the player. The club wants 30. We're willing to pay 25, right?
Yeah.
Are we being penny pinching, or is it just smart business?
I think it's smart business, but we're desperate at the moment, especially for a striker. I don't think I'd be penny pinching over a striker, you know, if needs be. But I also don't blame them either. I've seen a few people say, you know, they know they're rich, but they're not going to be stupid with the money, and rightly so. You know, we're talking it's only 5 million, but it's 5 million. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Even though they're worth a lot. So
there you go. Anderson is going to Luton on loan. I was right.
Right. But yes,
Rob, isn't it?
You used the word, Sam, there, desperate, and that's
we're just going to go over that one.
You don't want to seem like a desperately rich team, you know, that's just willing to throw money at everything and hope that it all goes away, because, like, it's not the way it's going.
I only do it for a striker at the moment. Anything else, fine.
Would you not splash the cash on a nice centre back, Sam?
Yeah, we're just
striker. Excuse me.
Tell Gateshead, Nigel, that we accept that lovely £4.99 for everyone. They can have more.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, under Ashley, like I think every transfer window, all we had to spend was like 50p in a bag of like Snickers or something. Do you know what I mean? It was like here you go, try and get something for that. What?
Kevin makes a good point here. Jade can't understand why Elliot Anderson gets on the bench when we're short, but never gets a chance or gets thrown in. The second half against Cambridge, he was on the bench. I think a couple of our youngsters should have started against Cambridge. They're young, they're hungry, they would have played for the badge. It would have been nice to see something a little bit more fresh.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you guys reckon? You'd like to see a couple of the youngsters come through and maybe give it a shout?
Yeah, especially when St. Maximin were limping around at the end because he'd had a shit game. I would have just took him off a lot earlier than he did. So, yeah, definitely should have had a shout.
That's what I was going to say. Especially in like a cup match or something like that, you've got to be given like your B team or your underage players like give them a go, because like our first team, we need the reserve for the most important. We knew, yes, fair enough, there was a chance to win against Cambridge, but I didn't really see it. We're just not there yet. Yes, we're getting proper coaching now, proper, everything's changing, but it's changing is the whole point. We're not changed, so we're not.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what some people are forgetting. This is only the foundations. Of where
it's going to take long to go.
Yeah, that classic saying: "Rome wasn't built in a day."
Yeah.
Jason wants to know: is Paul on tonight? I have absolutely no idea. Not as far as I'm aware. His name wasn't in my message, so
what about
no clue. It's Bianca Westwood, ladies and gentlemen. We got celebrities watching us. Everyone say hi to Bianca.
Hi, Bianca.
John is going to be devastated that he's missing you. But I'll send him a nice screenshot that you were here and let him know. Right. Craig says, paying over the odds for players that will definitely keep us up, easily balanced by not losing so much for going down. And each place can move up. The Premier League is a few extra million too. Hashtag her game too. Oh, you threw my hashtag out there. Craig, thanks. I think we're going to get charged that little bit more at the moment, are we? It's the January market. Everyone knows that we're desperate for players because everyone keeps publicising how desperate we are for players. And it's January. We've got money and it's January. So it's going to happen.
Yeah. And the trailer.
Luke, we need word. All right, we're not going there tonight. Wrong night, Luke. Right, Andy Davis, he's going to the Watford game. It's only his second game of the season, but he's confident of a win. Andy, I am also really confident for this win. And I think if we beat Watford, we get out of the bottom three. I don't think we go back into the bottom three. And fully confident of that. And we get that one. Yeah. What do you reckon, Sam? If we win, we're out. We stay out?
Yeah, I do. I mean, some people were thinking we're relegated after the first 4 or 5 games. Still got a long way to go. So I'm still confident, but we need to win this week.
Absolutely.
Do you not understand that, like, most of our most difficult games were all over the Christmas period? Would everyone agree with that? Like, it was just like, it was all...
He had an awful Christmas period.
Most of over a Christmas period. So it's, right, moving on.
We had a hard period over there. Many of those teams had their games postponed. They're going to have a nice fixture pile up to come to, along with injuries and everything else. This could really bode in our favour. And we're only 1 point, I think, out of getting out of the bottom three. Yeah. Even after that, no one had us to be that close at the end of that period. To be this close to being out of the bottom three was completely unheard of because no one said it. Everyone said we're going to be this many points adrift, this many points adrift. Well, we're not. We're 1 game adrift. So, hate is going to hate. Kevin Atkinson, Billy Trays, how refreshing to listen to the girls talk football and the tune. Better than Paul talking over Baz's show last night. Oh, we love visiting each other's shows, Kevin. It's all right.
I think I need to go back and watch last night's show. It sounds fun.
Honestly, if you haven't seen it, I absolutely would because it starts off so brilliantly well and so professional, and then it absolutely just loses its way completely. Dublin Magpie, that's Dublin Dave. He says, hi, everyone. How's it going?
How's it going, me?
Dublin Dave, can you please follow her? Okay, she's desperate for you to be followed. That's something we should put out there on the internet. Well done, Em. Loving our advertisement. It's my Spanish friend keeping me up to date with the scores. Thank you very much, Craig.
Oh, I'm not sure. Did you watch last week?
I can't keep up with these comments, guys. It's my first night on the job. You're killing me. It's not even that busy.
I'm going to ask you a question about last week's show because, about my ridiculous answers to the past and previous. Do you know what I mean?
Do you want to change? I'm sorry. Are you looking to change your answers now?
I know the crack. I know, right? But I've actually had to think about it and was like, do you know what? No, it wouldn't be. No, it wouldn't be Tino Sprea about going to 90s raves and not being able to take ease. It would actually be.
Oh my God.
La Mana Lualawa, right? Because I used to be a dancer in Amsterdam, right? And these English fellas come in and one of them actually knew him. I had my Newcastle sitting talking to people. He was like, I'm actually good friends with La Mana Lualawa. And I went, no way. I think he just left us for Portsmouth, I think it was.
He did go down south, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so he put him on the phone to me. So I would like to apologize to the man of Lualawa for my.
Okay, well, I don't think he's watching us tonight, but I'm pretty sure that I'll give him a call later and let him know that you're sorry for your behaviour. I'm sorry to everyone that we all just witnessed that behaviour. To be fair, I don't know where else I'm meant to go with that story. Bianca Westwood is ruined from the strumming last night. Well, I'm glad that you had a good time, Bianca. That's wonderful to know. Wrong night though, love. Come back next Monday. You don't go back and watch the show. Go back and watch the show. I'm not lowering the tone at 8:30 in the evening on a Wednesday. Okay, we're not going there. Right, Shane Martin. I think it's a smart signing. I think we will get. I'm hoping that means Carlos. By the end of the window, I think we'll get Botman. All right, this Botman saga.
Oh God.
I feel like it's been going on my entire life, and it's only been like a week and a half.
Yeah.
We've had the goalposts moved on us 3 times, and allegedly last night, Baz politely revealed to us all that we had gone in with one more.
Yeah.
Someone told me.
It's the first name that I see in the morning and the last name that I see at night. Like,
it's everywhere. Yeah. Look, I personally would love it. And if it was my 50 million, I would put it down on the table. Sam, what about you?
100%, yeah, definitely. I just do they actually want to sell him though? I don't think they do they?
They all are desperate for the money. They're in debt, basically. The club's in debt.
Yeah, they need
in particular is struggling. So they need the money, but they also really need him. So for them, it's rock hard play situation.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, I'd love him to come, but I'm just sick of reading about it now. I've kind of tried to keep away from that now because it's just constant.
Yeah. It is.
What do you reckon?
News any day is starting to become because it's just such a massive rumor mill at the minute. Like, as soon as a name is mentioned and then it's dragged out for like what feels like an eternity, and you're just going, just tell me when it's happened. Just yeah.
And Carlos, are we going to put the money down for Carlos?
Yeah, I think so.
I think we should do a double swoop. Grab them both. If they want 50, give them 50. If they don't take it, then just leave it and move on. We need defenders, and we can't really keep playing the game of chase, to be honest.
I'd say drop Botman, take Carlos. Like,
I'd take either. I think obviously Botman's younger, so you're kind of looking. He's a future investment, whereas Carlos is in his late 20s.
No.
Have you ever seen Botman play?
Yes. But
then we absolutely have the time for Botman, okay? Because the guy is a beast.
I know, but I'm saying we don't have time for future investments at the minute, is what I'm saying. We need someone who's seasoned to take a position that is going to make a difference right now to get us to where we need to make better signings in the future. Yeah.
I think he does. I think he makes a difference now. Sam, do you agree with me or?
Well, with our defence at the moment, yeah, 100% I do, yeah. But
I'm just thinking Botman or Kieran Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't ever want him in a shirt again, but yeah, 100%.
Awesome. See who else we've got. Tad, I don't know what that means, Luke. I don't know, Kevin Axon. Totally agree, Jade. If the young'uns were in Saturday, they got beef. Yeah, Baz is here. Sorry, I'm going back to being co-host now. Baz is here to save the day.
Great show. Billy's just popping in now as well. I love it.
Yay!
So, sorry, girls, for taking over
lads,
again.
I'm so grateful you're here because
no, you're not. You were loving it. You were enjoying it. You were flowing. There was no pauses.
Word vomit.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant.
Word vomit, lads. Right. Absolute word vomit. So yeah, save the day.
All of it. Right.
It wasn't word vomit. You were very good.
Exactly. So the reason why we're stealing and taking over at 8:30 is we have an announcement for the channel. So before I do that, guys, please subscribe. Please hit that membership button, and please hit the donate button if you want to donate something to the channel. And the reason why we're asking everyone to do this is echo back.
There is a real echo going on there, Baz.
There is. Is that you, Billy, or is it someone? I don't know. But however I know, is formed a partnership. We're kind of a sponsor for this charity because we're going to be donating some of our money to buy prizes from this charity to give away to our members. So we're giving money to them, but we're getting something back for it, as well as our members are getting back for it. So I have Ricky and Yin ready to come on to talk us through what this charity is. It's a local charity to Newcastle as well. and it's just going to be a great partnership, and I'm excited to get it started. So I hope you girls are going to enjoy this as well. So I'll bring Ricky in. Hello, Ricky.
I'm buzzing. Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
I've waited for this all week, so yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
So Ricky is a Newcastle fan. I know his accent doesn't sound like it, but I mean, let's face it, there's a few of us on here that have got terrible accents. Newcastle fans. I mean, I'm from Newcastle, and my accent, I actually started to disappear into a Yorkshire one sometimes. So, and we've also got Ian as well.
Hello.
Welcome, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
The game on ITV.
I'm not a Geordie either.
Who else you got?
It is. The price is right, bitch. So this is the shop that's going to be open in Newcastle, Sports Trade in Newcastle. So they're a charity shop. They get donations, and then they sell them on, and the money they make, they give it to underprivileged children for sports gear and to help level the playing field. So Ricky, you're going to talk me through some of why this is such a great charity and why we decided to make a partnership.
Sound. I'm glad you just let me know that. So like, I don't know. So originally, this is how it came about, because I do a podcast myself, and I do it with a lad from, he's from South Shields. So ignore my accent. I grew up in South Shields, and I grew up in the northeast of England. I lived up in Newcastle for years. My wife's a Geordie from the West End. I've supported Newcastle since I was 12. It was in South Shields. It's either Newcastle or Sunderland. I chose the right one.
True.
So, yeah. And then I do this podcast, and it's mainly about homelessness, etc. It's called From the Outside Looking In. And I do it with a friend of mine who knew a guy called Lance Haggith, who we'd originally done a podcast with. And then I got to know him a bit better afterwards. And Lance is a very successful businessman who, in his own words, has sort of made his money and in his later years wants to put something back in. And he comes from a sporting background. So he set up a national charity called Sports Trader, which is already a very large national charity. He won BBC Unsung Sports Personality of the Year 2011. So, he's got 10 shops. I got talking to him. What was that? Sorry, who said
13?
Oh, 13. Right, there you go.
Right straight away.
Yeah. I'll explain why.
Wikipedia tells me 2010. So
I'll explain why Ian knows all of the finer details in a second. So yeah, Lance has got 13 shops, and he'd made it up to Hull. And I had a chat with him about whether he'd ever want to go to Newcastle. I'm about to leave the armed forces and come home after over a decade away. And he said, yeah, he would like to go to Newcastle if he found the right people. So I realised I'd need a secretary, so I got in touch with Ian.
This is Ricky's version of what happened. I'll tell you the truth in a short while.
So then we're having it. So me and Ian spoke to Lance and just said, look, if you're going to take it up to Newcastle, with my background and all joking aside, Ian, he's a pretty successful businessman. He's always been self-employed. So, between the two of us, with my background, because I sort of come from a background that the type of people that Lance would help. So we spoke to him, and he's agreed to let us be in charge of bringing it to Newcastle. And what it essentially is it is a charity shop that sells sports equipment, either donated, secondhand, can be new, but good equipment, usually for about £5, and then all of the proceeds get used to pay staff members there that can be it could be anybody, disabled people that would usually struggle to find employment, ex-criminals. I've got a history which we might touch on, we might not. I've got a history myself, so that the money goes towards that, and it also goes to sports opportunities, creating sports opportunities in the local area for people that might not otherwise get those opportunities. Help out local clubs, maybe set some up ourselves and whatnot. Lance is a professional coach himself, and he wants quality coaching, in his words, to be available to the local area. So I don't know what Ian's version of that. I don't think it's going to be as good as mine, to be honest.
Yeah. Pretty much like that, except if you rewind back a bit, Ricky set a podcast up, and then he didn't know what he was doing, so he asked me to help out, and then the rest.
The truth comes out, lads. It always does in the end, Ricky. Yeah. You know that. At least I was honest and said I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
To be fair, we don't know what we're doing either.
We haven't got a clue.
I managed to start it and go live. That's a success to me. I managed to make it go live.
Yeah, what actually happened was I've been friends with Ricky for 16, 17 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
So I was watching his podcasts in the first couple, and I thought these are really good. And as I could see, it had some scope to grow. I thought I'll just offer my secretarial services to him. And then,
what actually happened is he muscled in and then declared himself the manager.
Pretty much somewhere around there. Basically, I think I'm his manager, and he thinks I'm his secretary. So
it's in the middle. It's somewhere in the middle.
I love it. So as you can tell, the reason why I said yes virtually straight away without even talking to you guys, which I did apologize for, but I did ask his, and I said I've already said yes anyway, is the banter as well. You know, they're obviously two great guys, and the charity is a great charity, and it's local to Newcastle as well. And obviously this being a Newcastle podcast, technically it is. I know it's World Sport TV, and we do dip into other things, but our best shows so far, and the majority of our shows have been Newcastle shows. And I'm obviously from Whitby Bay, so this is a charity close to home, and I think one that we really want to make a go of and help as much as we can. And I'm really excited to get started with it, really. There are going to be benefits for us as well. They're going to retweet our stuff. We're going to retweet their stuff. You know, we're going to help each other out as much as we can. You mentioned about in the shop you're going to be open a studio as well, and they're going to give us free access to use it if we're ever in Newcastle.
We did talk about this, Baz. We did talk about this meet and greet.
So basically the plan is within the shop we're going to set up a podcast studio that we can. We've not 100% decided, but probably set it up as a CIC, so not for profit organisation rather than a charity. And whatever we can make from selling airtime effectively in the podcast studio, we'll put back to giving time and training, which I think we'll probably need your help with. Someone's help with, because we don't really know what we're doing at the moment. But maybe get some experts in, Baz and everybody else.
Yeah. I've been watching some of the stuff, and I've been looking, thinking. I know, but I've been looking, thinking, like my podcast is really, really rubbish in it. You know what I mean? As in, you know, just like people have got credits and graphics and
don't give away the secrets. We sell it that we want it to be a bit rough.
Oh right, yeah. It's like that for a reason. Yeah. We told Bob Mills that I'm the John Peel of the podcasting world, just to sort of cover over the fact that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to use any of the equipment. I got somebody recommended this really good software equipment to me and tried to sort of talk me through it. And you know, I edit everything on my phone because I just can't work out the software. So
I'm so glad it's not just me.
No,
see, there are more of us strugglers in the world.
Yeah.
We're not exactly selling this podcast studio at the moment, but
we'll get there.
Bring your phone with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's always
if you've got a phone, you're an expert. It's as simple as that these days, isn't it? It's not as easy as it looks, but some people make it look really easy, like Paul does. You know, I'm average. You know, it's all fun. We enjoy doing it, and like I say, for some reason, people watch us. We are growing.
I'll watch regularly.
What did you watch last night? I hope not.
Yeah. We'll not talk about that though.
No, not on this show, lads. Not on this one. Okay, this was a clown show.
It was like Carry On Up the Tune.
It was, wasn't it? Well, it was transfer banter show. So we got the transfer bit in the hour, and then we got the banter bit in the last hour. But the banter so kind of went a little bit offside a little bit. But there we go. Baz, you're not average, you're amazing. Thanks, Joel Linton.
Oh, to get that from Joel Linton, that's high praise.
It is, isn't it? Especially how amazing he's been recently.
Joel Linton used the wrong "you're" there. I'm just letting everybody know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he's one of them, Jade.
He's one of those.
I am one of them. Yeah.
The friendship died as quickly as it started.
Sorry.
It's
Baz,
all right. Yeah, exactly.
There's always one in the group, mate.
Yeah, he messaged me saying, Baz, do you know how you've been giving me all this help? I was just like, well, I wouldn't really call it help. I'll call it maybe advice or something. He went, okay, Abby, you tweet, you got the wrong "you're" in it. I thought, you fucking twat.
Stay off my page.
You know,
Stay off my page, all right?
Then, but the best thing about it is you sent me this thing. It was these podcasts. I said, tweet it out and we'll retweet it and everything. So you actually sent me just the link, and I went, getting my own back now. That's not even a tweet, mate.
well, yeah, no,
went,
I don't.
What? I went, just watch. Sent the tweet out. Sent it to him. Went, you know, the one that you all retweeted. I sent it to Ricky, and he went, yeah, it's a pretty good tweet, to be fair.
And I'll tell you what, because that was the podcast that I linked you to was the one with Sir Desmond Swain that I did yesterday. And this is why I need advice, because I was using this what we on StreamYard that you'd sort of recommended to me, and about 15 minutes into the podcast with one of an extremely high ranking politician of the UK, I suddenly looked in the corner and saw that I was live and realized that I'd put him on a live stream to the world without telling him, and then I just had to sort of get through. I didn't tell him; he doesn't know. He's probably
if you're watching last night's podcast at any point and you see Ricky suddenly start speeding up his questions.
Yeah, I mean, there is a point where after about 10 minutes, all of a sudden, if you watch it carefully, after about 10 minutes, all of a sudden there's a sort of change in my tone, because I looked up and thought, oh, fuck, I'm live. And I just had to wing it. But this is why we need help. This is why we need to tie in with people like yourselves. Otherwise, I'm going to get
the thing is, did you put it on private like I told you to?
Oh, I don't know. I just click record. Right.
Because if you're on private and you press record, it still says you're live in the top corner, but you're not live on YouTube.
Oh, well, maybe I wasn't doing
the. So you might have been all right as long as you followed my instructions. You should be okay.
You'll all discover that I'm not very good at following instructions. You know, we get there.
That's the Navy.
I made the effort, Ricky. I wrote a step-by-step guide from Billy today. Literally bullet points.
Did you spell there right?
Effort. Yeah. Honestly, I choose to say no comment on that one.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, Billy gave you all those advice. You wrote it down, and then I went through it with you 5 minutes before we went live, and you went, "Billy didn't tell you
changed it.
You didn't tell me."
Yeah, it all got changed.
We got the blame as well. Oh, sorry.
I was just shouting anyone's name. I shouted Baz earlier, so someone was getting shouted out.
Definitely. But you did really well.
Should Ricky tell everybody what our podcast's called?
Yes, of course.
Yes, advertise.
Hang on. Who's first of all? Who's Chris Harris? Is Chris Harris him off the? Does he do a motoring show?
The Speedway rider, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm reading Joe Litton's comment there.
Yeah.
Ricky reminds me of Chris Harris. Who's Chris Harris? I haven't got a clue.
I've got no idea.
He's got off Top Gear or something.
Yeah, I thought I've had that a few times. A few people have said that. A few people have said that I look like.
I was thinking Ed Miliband.
Yeah, I've had that. I've had Ed Miliband. Yeah, I've had Ed Miliband. Yeah. Who's the other one? Is it Rishi Shakur? I get him a lot. You know, so basically.
Is he the one? Oh, he's the one who did Furlough.
Yes, he is. Yeah. Basically, any sort of.
They're all the same to me, but I ain't got a clue.
Ricky, have you done the motorbike and the bacon sandwich pose?
The what? Sorry, no, I don't know what that is.
It's the Ed Miliband pose.
Oh right, okay.
Try to look a little rough and ready.
I think. Do you know what? Out of all of them, none of them really bother me except Ed Miliband. I'm like, really? Do I have to look like Ed? I take umbrage to that. Anyway, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to jump in and talk about the podcast if that's
yes,
right.
Go for it.
So all jokes aside, like. Newcastle is my home, but I was homeless for a long time while I was in Newcastle, from the age of 15 in South Shields, and then I moved up to Newcastle, and I was exactly the same as you see the people that hang around the city centre still, that sort of people look down upon. I used to beg in the city centre. At one point, I was taking heroin and things like that. So, me and my friend who's also from South Shields, we started doing these podcasts. Just talking about our experiences, because we're both doing all right in life now, and I'm sort of keen to point out that I'm still exactly the same person as I was back then. I'm just not in the same situation. So, we like to talk to a lot of people from a lot of backgrounds that are struggling, but with a bit of a positive spin. And if you watch them, they sound miserable. They're not. We have a bit of a laugh on them because we're doing all right. So if anybody wants to sort of get the view of somebody that was in those situations, subscribe to our podcast channel, which is From the Outside Looking In podcast on YouTube, and I'll just leave it there.
Yep, definitely hit that subscribe button on these guys and have a listen. You know, some of the stuff that I've gone through and had a look on the page so far is very, very good, and it's only going to get better. Obviously, with a bit of help from me, you know, everything's going to get better, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Well, it can't get worse. Do you know what I mean? It can't get worse. So
the only way is up.
So when's the shop opening, guys?
Speak to Ian, the secretary.
Ian,
knows all this.
the secretary. When's the shop opening?
That's sounding pervier by the second, actually, every time you say it. I don't know what I like.
It did a little bit. Yeah, I have to check the time and see if we were after the watershed on that one. But
yeah, no, trust me, you wouldn't want to see me in a dress. I
don't know. After a few wines, these girls might, they get pretty rowdy.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah. So basically, where we're at is we are looking for a premises at the moment. I've had some interesting conversations, which I'm not going to go into now because we're not far enough down the line. But we're looking, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a city centre shop of a decent size in an area that you'll all know in Newcastle, right in the centre of Newcastle, and it's basically going to stock anything that you could see in. I'll not say the
not
fat
his
man's shop,
not his one.
JD Sports, yeah, anything that you could see in JD Sports. So it's not just sports equipment, sportswear. It could be, decent clothing, but mostly we are obviously leaning down the sports side of things, so t-shirts, tracksuits, but also football boots, stuff that say families who would struggle to be able to say you've got 3 kids and they're on a low income household that can come in and buy a pair of football boots for a £5 rather than spending 25-30 quid on a cheap pair of boots to get a good pair of boots. And we're going to get new stuff in and second-hand, decent quality second-hand stuff. So where we are is I'm pretty sure we're going to have a shop in place fairly soon, but we're just waiting to sort of. I've not checked my emails actually. I've just took my little lad to indoor cricket, so we might even have an email about it now. But that's sort of where we are with the shop. We are actively collecting now donations. So if anybody's got any stuff that the kids have grown out of that they think is in good nick and could go to a good home, then we can arrange if you can direct message us on Twitter or something like that, then we can arrange collections. We've
got a boxing night as well coming up, haven't we, in June?
Course,
June the 4th.
So we've booked the Civic Centre but it's Ricky's actually fought before in one of these we'll not talk about that.
What's the white colour?
It's no, I didn't get knocked out. I'm unbeaten. Thank you very much.
Snow White.
It's a white collar, as in the level, but the show itself is real swanky affair, like 3-course dinner. Everybody in black tie at the Civic Centre. It's run by Fit Club in Newcastle, so I will give them a shout out. Fit Club, Hybrid Street, a guy called Clove. He runs it all. He's the promoter. He does the training, etc. I've sort of trained on and off for years, but I'm not good enough to do it properly. So I have a little white collar and I'm unbeaten. I think I'm a draw and a win so far, and I'm going to fight at this one as well. But all the proceeds are going to go towards our charity and the local community. So we've got a few things coming up, and we need people to tie in with us. We need local businesses to sort of tie in with us and help us out and keep us going, because we want to be around for the long term.
So the dream is as well, like the short-term aim is obviously to see if we can speak to Amanda Staveley to see if there's anything that we can do to tie in with them. I've spoken to the guy who owns the Newcastle Falcons, and he's really keen to support us, with clothing and equipment. I think he said they've got something like 1,300 kids that play in their teams or teams associated with them. So there's a load of kit that can come to us from there. Sky Eye Sports, which is a business organising sports tours, rugby tours and cricket tours primarily all over the world. So they send small teams, local teams or school teams all over the world to play rugby or cricket. They've supported us and are ongoing going to support us. So
For me, yes. Sorry, and for me, yeah, as well. I also want to say that, you know, as much as we're talking about the side of it to get the charity up and running, but once we're up and running, to all the people that you know, the people like me that you see sort of milling about that are a bit lost in life, you know, 21 years old, I had 42 convictions. I'd been homeless for most of it. I was a serious drug issues. You know, you could argue that I was dead and buried. And through sports and getting fit in my mid-20s. In my early 30s, I joined the forces, and I'm just about to come back to Newcastle after 13 years served. I've been all over the world. You know, I'm 4 stone heavy. I'm fit. I'm healthy body, healthy mind. So I'm massive on the benefits of sport for what it can do. Just, you know, people would be surprised just how life-changing getting fit can be for somebody that is in a bad place in life. So, you know, for the local people in the area, come and see us. You know, we're hoping to have some kind of coffee machine or something. So just pop in for a cup of coffee and get talking to us if you're sort of at a loose end, and, you know, if you've been in trouble and you want to move forward, but you don't know how to, come and speak to us, because I've been through it. We'll be hiring people that have been through it, and hopefully we'll be able to help people sort of move on in life.
Amazing. So what do you think, girls?
I love it. I'm so inspired. I'm sat here like just lapping up every word. So genuinely, like, wow. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Like, that's the whole thing. Yeah, I love it.
I like you're going to have people working there as well that have been through similar as well. I always think that's good. People, you know, people that other people can relate to as well. It's brilliant.
Yeah. We keen to get people involved.
Take the time to stop and speak to some of these people. Like, there's this woman, Pauline, and she's a homeless woman that I just happened to be. I was coming back from Tesco on my break from work last week, and decided to stop and talk to her, even though she was standing drinking a bottle of whiskey in an alleyway. And I was just like, talk to her, and had the most amazing stories about her family and about her life and about what, do you know what I mean? It was just, most people pass everyone by and go, nah, they're a homeless person and they have nothing to offer. No, they do. They have everything. And like you said, sport and mental health, it's really important. See, once you start to activate, like start to use your body in a different way, you know, turn away from drugs and alcohol, yes, and just focus on something positive. I know she says this holding a bottle of Newcastle Brown Ale, but like
that's different. You were on a ladies' night chat show, so it's
I know. But what I'm saying is, like, I find it well different. Is like, if I force myself to go out for a run or to go out for a walk or to do yoga, it's like so much more beneficial for my mental health than sitting doing like your first instance is to go, nah, I don't want to do it. I'm just going to lie here and do nothing. No, but you don't. Force yourself. Get up, do it. And once you do, then once you start that momentum, it keeps going. And it's great. Yeah. And I'm like so like happy that you turned your life around and all. That's amazing. And that you're doing this to give back to society. That's really class.
Awesome. Let's go through some comments very quickly, because as you mentioned, there's a few for Ricky there saying hats off, changing your life. Let's miss that one. Well done, Ricky. Respect, mate. One for Billy. Looks like Razor Ruddocks for like lighting the mood a little bit. Well done, Ricky. Glad that things are working out for you. Massive respect. Truls says hi, Jade. Truls, go back to the start. Watch it from the start. Jade was brilliant.
Jade was not.
Ian put a dress on. Think is a wiggle. Ricky, you're a legend for getting through all that.
Welcome to our guests.
Hi, Truls. Oh yeah, some of the guests.
I know him anyway. I don't know him, but I know him off here.
Right. Yeah. Oh God, man. Bianca.
No.
We're not starting that last night.
No,
I'm not having this night.
Now.
Exactly. Hopefully your story can inspire others. That's Jade's flatmate, lovely girl. Evening, Billy and Jade. What about me? Jesus, Michael.
We're the favourites now.
I know. I might as well just quit.
Jade now.
Shira likes me though. I'll take that. Spenny, great to see you, mate.
Yeah, long time no see, Spenny.
Yeah, it's great to see Spenny back on. Hope you're well, pal. He's a great guy, great Newcastle fan. Lovely to speak to if you ever get a chance on Twitter, because he's got some great stories about the old days as well. Oh God, no, we're not playing that game tonight. Hey, Trules from Joe Linton. Jesus Christ, the comments there's a lot of them. Baz versus Billy at the boxing. I think I'll get knocked out in about 30 seconds, to be fair.
I mean, I'd still pay to see that.
Thanks, Jay.
That's nice.
No offense.
I'd hold your budget.
But I'm
think of the money we could make for charity with that 30-second clip. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it'll become the best gif of the channel, wouldn't it?
We've got a few fights
in YouTube history.
Races left actually in the.
Yeah, we do. We still need some fighters if you fancy it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if you've got a female boxer, Jade will box her.
We've got 4 girls signed up so far.
I love a scrap.
I think we've got 4 girls signed up so far. We're looking for a couple more girls. So Jade, if you fancy it, just give us a shout. All the training's free.
There you go.
I love how everyone automatically says me. You know,
well, you did message me and said 30 minutes is easy. I do it all the time. You've let yourself.
He's only asking you to fight because he's got no one to fight.
He's just scared to fight himself. That's what it is. Kind of a leader, aren't you, Baz?
I couldn't fight myself out of a wet paper bag, so I'm not getting involved. Plus, I've got a little one, so you know I can't get hurt. I'm not allowed.
But no need to. That don't affect your boxing, Baz. Oh, you want to fight your baby?
It's not last night. Not happening. I'm trying to see if there's any more good comments. Stop really getting annoyed with the pundits saying we expect Mbappe and Haaland. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all sick of that, aren't we? As Newcastle
we're not
fans,
getting
aren't
Mbappe?
we? Yeah. We're not getting Mbappe. Can you believe it?
Shocking. I literally ordered my shirt.
There we go. There's a good one.
Sarcasm.
There should be more organisations like yourself throughout the country. Any thoughts of branching out? So you mentioned you're all around the country.
So we are the branch out for Lance's charity that's already set up. He's, like Ian was saying, he's got 13 shops all over the country. He made it up to Hull, and I think he described Hull as the northeast to me, and I was like,
he doesn't want to come up here, then, does he?
I made it to the northeast. I made it to Hull, and I was like, I don't think that's the northeast, to be fair. Even though I've got a southern accent.
Ground.
Yeah, even though I've got a southern accent, I get a bit teasy about things like that. So I was like, no. If you go into the northeast, you can only really go to Newcastle. So yeah, I mean, in the local area, maybe like I grew up in South Shields. So you know, if I was to go anywhere, and I'm moving to just outside of Whitley Bay in less than a month. So yeah, I don't rule anything out.
Amazing. We've got royalty in the house. Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
AC/DC. No, it is actually him.
Oh, is it actually him? Is it?
I love how M just burst out laughing at you. That was amazing. Baz is so confident throwing that line out there, like, yeah, we've got this guy watching, and M was just like, yeah, right.
Everyone laughs at me every single time, but it is actually AC/DC.
We want to do a podcast with Brian Johnson. Then there you go.
There you are.
Throw him a link. Throw him a link and get him on.
If you can, and you want to give some time to a charity, and I know you're a busy guy, but these guys would love to have you on for a chat. But it's definitely him, guys, because Paul's met him. He goes to the games with Paul, so it's great to have him watching.
What games?
Newcastle games. He's got a season ticket. Honestly, I don't know why people don't believe me, but that is Brian Johnson. Trust me. What else we got? Johnson Clares.
No, get rid of that.
No, not tonight.
Not tonight. We don't do that tonight. Save it for Monday, guys.
Oh, God.
Brian saying, "Hate rules." Everybody, yeah, that is a great blow. I thought that was going to go the wrong way there, but
that was all right. You got that one
on. I'll keep it classy. Thank you. Evening, Baz.
Tonight,
I apologise.
just on
Thank
the
you,
show.
Michael.
On the other shows, you can give us please, Bianca. But
don't charge me for membership this month. I love it. Apparently, we want our marquee signing to be the midfielder.
I did just read that.
Yeah, I can't remember his name now. I'm sure I took a screenshot of it and sent it to you.
You did. It was the 80 million guy.
Yeah.
Scroll back up.
Haidara.
RB Leipzig, Haidara. Yes.
Haidara, good player.
Yeah.
Hell of a player.
I think Declan Rice will be our big marquee signing. I'm throwing it out there.
Guys, you're gonna kill my girl off. Like, stop.
Oh, there we go. There's a good fight. Jade v Bianca.
Okay, there's one reason that would never happen. Okay, Bianca literally has like the face of somebody who's never been touched, and I had the face who's clearly done a few rounds.
Oh, she's been touched a few times.
So
Go to Johnson Clare.
Oh, Billy, get out! Get out!
I love it. Right.
That's my mate you're talking about there. Just you calm down.
Say that again, Em.
I said, because she said she thinks that her face looks like she's had a couple of rounds, and I said, that's my mate you're talking about there. Calm down.
Billy's had a couple of rounds. Not Jade, Billy.
Yeah, me.
Baz, what's the deadline for signing players? So Watford, it is actually Thursday midday. Thursday, yeah, because there's a game on Friday, even though it's not our game. Level 7, Dave should box. Oh, God, no. See,
he is a lovely gentleman, okay, but I would not
Hull
pay
is
to
near
see
York.
that. I said that was
Brian,
the middle.
have a drink
Thank you
on
for
me.
backing up my geography knowledge there. I am getting better at learning this country.
To be honest with you, I class anything below Newcastle as south. I live in the south. I'm in York, so Squid Games. Who would mention?
Oh,
Squid
great
Games
game!
For? Really?
It's a wonderful show. Have you not seen it?
No. I don't think I want to.
What?
I know, I'm sorry.
I think you do want to. Okay.
Yeah, Chris Wood on the boxing. That's a great idea. I bet he can knock a few guys out.
No, we can't afford to lose anyone.
Well, that's true. Injuries, yep.
In all seriousness, we wouldn't mind a few footballers coming along to the boxing if there's anybody. Yeah.
Anyway, I was just about to say, as much as we're looking for fighters, we also need to sell tickets for £55 for a 3-course meal and an evening of boxing.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in a tweet for you later, lads.
Yeah. Cheers.
Yes, excellent. Yeah, and
that's what you need to do.
we might as well plug the Twitter as well because we need people to follow us or whatever.
Yeah.
And retweet and all that stuff. What's our Twitter at?
Baz, if you write a generic one up and send it to us all, and then I'll just plug it out like every couple of days. I'll just keep throwing you out there.
So what we need to do, guys and girls, on our Twitter pages and everyone else who's part of this channel, we'll put that we are linked in with these guys now as our charity. So for anyone who doesn't know how we're going to be donating money, it's basically as simple as this. You become a member for 99p, any of these guys watching. Some of the money goes to the channel. The other part of the money, every month or every 2 months, depending on how much we make, we will buy a prize from the shop. One of the bigger expensive prizes, maybe if someone donates some memorabilia to them, we will buy it, give them the money, and then raffle it off to, say, we said 100 members, didn't we? We're on 55, so we need another 45 members to get to that level. Then we can buy something and then give it back to you guys who are paying members. So the more members we have, the more stuff we can buy from these guys, which means the more money they get off us. If we do hit heights of 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 subscribers, the more money the channel makes, we will start giving a percentage to these guys as well. As long as our running costs are paid, we can start giving a bit more as well. So
that's brilliant, Buzz. Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's a great charity and we're happy to do it.
Can I just say, if people are going to start following us on Twitter and they see my own personal social media, whatever it is that offends you, I'm only joking. I'm just gonna get that out there. If I'm not banned, which I am a lot of the time on my own personal Twitter, I'm only joking. Whatever it is.
Ricky's got a certain way of binding people up. I was surprised you only got a 7-day ban recently. I've never known you have a 7-day.
That's sporting related. That was sporting related. Somebody asked what Australia should do to Novak Djokovic, and I suggested they chop his hands off and replace them with tennis rackets so that he's like Edward Scissorhands with rackets, and I copped a 7-day ban straight away for inciting violence.
Racket hands.
Teddy racket hands. So yeah,
that's impressive that you only got 7 days.
That's quite clearly a joke, though, isn't it? I mean, look,
but there's people like that on Twitter who just want to get people barred and stuff like that. I honestly thought you were going to say, "Please don't take offence," when I actually corrected grammar. So that's actually
no. I'm not bothered if you're offended by that. Your grammar should be correct in the first place. That's what I say.
And that is why I don't follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
There we go. Brilliant.
Baz, tell him to fuck off.
Exactly. Joe Linton, what's that?
From Wish, and it was about Martin Atkinson, but I used like the monkey emoji, and they were like, "No, it's racist conduct," and I was like, "It's directed at a white referee." And all I was saying is, when you offer
an emoji
order a referee from Wish, like.
So I've automatically got so many jokes I want to do there. You get me? I'm out.
I love it.
I got a 24-hour ban for putting a little poo emoji on Rio Ferdinand's tweet once.
Brilliant.
He wrote something. I literally just put a poo emoji on it.
I think he blocked me.
A 24-hour ban for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, they're so sensitive on Twitter.
The worst ban I got was for blasphemy.
I believe it.
And it's because I copied the statement that the bloke off Line of Duty, the Irish copper,
yes,
Jesus, Mary, and the wee donkey. I put that in a tweet, and I got a 24-hour ban for blasphemy.
Brilliant.
My mate got a 24-hour ban for calling someone a silly sausage. That's a true story. Silly sausage, 24-hour ban. So you get banned for anything. If you're gonna get banned, you may as well go in hard, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
I got banned for
Twitter algorithms don't know our vernacular at all. Like, they just don't understand, things like silly sausage. You go, oh, that's got something to do with sex. Put it away.
Terrible. Joe Linton, we haven't spent the money yet because it's still going through YouTube. They take their bit off it and all that sort of stuff. So it'll go into the pile pot and it'll all be decided what we do at the end of the year or the end of the month. We're undecided. You what, sorry?
We might buy a Defender.
Yeah, we'll try and buy a Defender for you. They don't need that money. They're rich enough. If Mike Ashley was still in charge, exactly.
I'm telling you, Botman is coming. He's definitely coming. 100%. Yep, last day.
Probably is.
And the last time somebody said that, right, on this channel, it didn't happen. So be very careful how you throwing these out there, all right? Because certain little misters do it a lot.
Oh, let's have a look. We need to send out tweets that there will be an applause on the 67th minute for Dave on Saturday. Managed to get the club to put his photo on the big screen.
Beautiful.
That's fantastic, Paul. Well done. So you guys might not know, but one of our very good friends, Dave Harrison, passed away. It's about a week now, isn't it? In his sleep. He did have angina problems, and it was a very, very sad occasion. He was a big advocate of the food bank outside St. James's Park. He used to donate a lot of his time there, collected a lot of money. Everyone loved him. We all took the mick and called him the King of Northumberland. Paul joked that he wanted his car when he passed away as well, because it was a beautiful car. Jesus, what a jag. But he is one hell of a guy, he was, and every day before I had my little one, he used to always ask how my partner was and how everything was going and that. And he had so much time for everyone. He was.
I didn't meet him, but obviously I've seen him on the different shows and everything, and Tomb Review and on your place. And he was actually the first person who liked us who followed us. On Twitter. Yeah, he was. Of all the casters and that. So he just comes across as such a lovely bloke.
He was, and he was one of the. I started a silly program called Channel 69 News. I wanted it to be a bit like Sky Sports and a bit like Anchorman mixed in. And I went to Dave and I said, "Look, Dave, you know your athletics," because he used to be an archerist. I said, "You must know your athletics, mate." And he went, "Yeah, I know a little bit." And he started dropping all these names, and I was just like, "Look, do you want to, do an athletics piece on this news show that I'm thinking about doing?" "Oh, no one wants to speak to me, man, or listen to me. I'm really boring." I was just like, "Dave, I don't care. I like it. I want to hear it." He was like, "All right then." He just didn't have to twist his arm at all. Literally, just ask him, give him a little bit of a heads up and that, and a bit of a biggie up, and he just went, "Yeah, go on then. Why not?" And then ever since then, he started getting himself involved in more podcasts and Paul's channel. And, I met him a couple of times. Once outside the ground, and we went to a Peter Beardsley talking night. And again, when you sat in his presence, he talked, everyone listened because he had great stories, and he didn't demand respect. He earned his respect that he got. He was just a fantastic bloke. So everyone, 69th minute, if you're going to the game, we'll get it all tweeted out as well as Paul has requested there. So absolutely love it. So going back to sort of what we're trying to do as a partnership. Like I say, if anyone becomes a member, money is going to go back into this charity. And I've also had just while we've been talking, a bit of a brainwave as well. We'll probably do a charity donation night or something on the channel as well. We'll try and get a special guest in, like a footballer or someone like that, and then all the donations made on the night can go to the charity as well.
Brilliant.
Billy will sing.
That would be Billy will sing. He'll do his shoulder shrug.
Oh, he better.
A bit
I
sore
think
in a
it'll
minute.
work really well.
I'll be okay for then.
Holly transfers bot, man. I love it.
Just as well, just so people are aware, it's not all second-hand stuff that we get in. We do get X stock, which is brand new stuff from Adidas, Nike, loads of different companies that donate the stuff to us. So there's some quality stuff in there, and we 95% of the stuff in the shops are under £5 or £5. So there's some, there's certain things that are a bit more.
Do you remember when we went on to, because me and Ian went down to Talk Radio, and we went on Bob Mill's show, and he was asking what's to stop people with money coming in and buying it, and at the time we didn't know how to answer him. But it's a high street shop, so whoever buys is helping us. So it's not just for people that can't, the equipment that you buy from the shop isn't just for people that can't afford to go and buy brand spanking new football boots. It's for people that like a bargain. I like a bargain. Do you know what I mean? So, you're helping us out by spending in a shop, whatever background you're from. So, yeah.
And we'll probably go down the route of my idea anyway, and I'm sure that the charity already do it. But to be honest, we are just learning this as we're making up as we go along, as you probably noticed. Is if we get decent football boots or sports kit, we won't even. I've got a friend of mine who's got a whole rugby, like a kids rugby team set of kits that they're donating.
Yeah.
So if we can donate that, or set a team up, or do anything, we're trying to think outside the box, get people decent sports coaching. I'm actually the treasurer at Stamford Cricket Club, so we're going to hopefully get some coaching done up there, and we're open to ideas. If anyone's got any ideas of what they reckon would be good, then let us know. Because like I say, we're winging it a little bit, but
we're winging it a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Well, this channel's been winging it for nearly a year, and we're doing all right, so it can be done.
Yeah, exactly.
It really can be. But yeah, could you imagine if Wood scores in the 69th minute when the photo comes up and the roof will come off? I mean, the roof's going to come off when we get 3 points, to be fair, but it'll come off extra special if that does happen. Thank you very much, Joe Linton, for becoming a member. You've already donated quite a bit to us, so it's heartfelt that you want to be a member as well. So we're only 44 away, I think, from hitting that magical 100. And when we hit that magical 100, like you say, once YouTube takes the money off it, we should have about £60-70 a month coming into us, and then we'll obviously start liaising with Ian and Ricky on getting prizes. I have actually tweeted out that the first prize will be a replica shirt, because I think that's a good starting point of a prize. So if you guys get any replica shirts in, obviously we'll buy it from you first. You've got plenty of time, but if not, we'll get from the club shop as the first prize, and after that we'll come to these guys for prizes. And again, we do free prizes for subscribers as well. They're the smaller ones, and we can look to get them from you as well. So these are all ideas that we're all open to, and we just want to help out as much as we can, as you want to help us out as well. So, yeah, I'm really excited for it, to be honest with you. I really am. We have gone over. Yeah, go on.
I just said it'll be fun.
It will be fun. Damn right it will be. And that's why this channel actually still goes, is because I love and doing it. Last night was a crazy show. It was a bit like The Horseman, which we do normally on a Monday night, but we just lost the plot after an hour, didn't we, Jade and Billy and Paul?
It was so good. The first hour was just so nice, and it was really it was adult conversation. We were really discussing, and then it just changed, and that was it. It was gone. And once it was gone, we were never getting it back. It went beyond adult. It went to every man and his dog.
We were never
always just crawling around next to his chair.
We were never going back to football after that. It was.
Oh man, honestly, it makes me laugh.
If you'd have come on at the point where Paul was on his hands and knees on the floor making strange noises,
you would have wondered what have you tuned into live on you? Like,
yeah, it was terrible. So David, thank you very much for becoming a member. So we're only 43 away, and then suddenly straight away another one pops up. Stan, thank you very much for joining the family. We're only 42 away, I think now, or 41, something like that. My maths is terrible. You know, my brain's still in sleep deprived mode. Imagine going to the match with Jade.
What does that even mean?
Can I take a moment, because I haven't spoken to you?
Of course you can.
I just want to say a massive congratulations to you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a beautiful little girl, Mila Rose Thomas. She's had a heel prick test and all that sort of stuff done today. Everything seems fine. She's asleep. I can't hear her. It's amazing. I get some sleep tonight. Oh, come on. Joe Linton, stop it. Who have Newcastle got in the fourth round? Arsenal for life. Who have you got in the fourth round? Yeah. I mean, that is really a terrible comment coming from an Arsenal fan after how badly they got beaten by Forest. It wasn't, was it? That was terrible. Joe Linton, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. You become a member. You don't have to keep donating, mate. We appreciate you doing it, but you know, it's amazing. It's amazing that people actually want to give money.
Very generous lad is young Joe Linton.
He is, definitely. I speak to him almost daily. He really is a good lad. The lunatic as well. Classy chat, raw filth. It really was last night, wasn't it?
That is the perfect way to describe it there.
It was classic conversation.
I need to go watch it.
You need to see it, Sam. This is unreal.
It was funny. Carlos, you're a bit late, but the girls were brilliant for half an hour. We've jumped in and stole the limelight off them, because, you know, they were doing so well. I thought, I can't have this. So I had to jump in. And Yin and Ricky have come on to obviously talk about their charity that we're going to be getting involved with. I'm going to put it back up on the screen because it's an absolute fantastic one. Sports Trader Newcastle. But it is actually across the UK, isn't it?
We need a new logo.
You do.
I drew that bridge with a biro pen and took a quick picture of it because we needed a logo desperately. So I was like, what do I do? Like, we need something for the Twitter. So I quickly drew that with a biro and then sort of put it together.
Oh, it looks good.
It's actually it's not bad.
I liked it. Well, sometimes simple is better. Sometimes when you get those ones overly detailed, it just gets
that's a
the actual product
drawing.
Gets lost. Do you know what I mean? The product gets lost.
Maybe the viewers could send in some
ideas.
Yeah, anything like that. Give us a logo for free. That'll help us. Otherwise, you're just going to get my little biro drawings for the rest of the charity.
Again, another member come in. Stuart, thank you very, very much.
Members are flying in.
Joe Linton, thank you very much again as well for another £5. It's incredible. What's going on? No filth tonight. Dublin, you are a moderator now. You can do whatever you want, mate, and you can block all these people from saying horrible stuff if you want to. We'll never see it and we'll never know. I don't mind going out of the FA Cup. We've still got the Carabao Cup and fourth place. Yeah, but you might not finish in fourth place. You'll probably get knocked out of the Carabao Cup.
You think you're going to get fourth?
Exactly.
Bro, that's cute. Oh.
Still early, Carlos.
Silly Arsenal.
Hey, Mike, I know.
Have a bit.
You can tell, and the man knows it exactly.
No, but down there.
So the other thing that you had is you did actually have a different logo until I spoke to you as well, didn't you? Because you basically had someone looking at a brick wall, and I thought, from the outside looking in, but you're looking at a brick wall. I'm a bit confused by that.
Oh, we don't know what we're doing.
It wasn't over 5 stower.
Yeah. So I just said to him, I said, I would understand it more if you put a window in it. And went,
somebody else made that. Somebody, and I saw the neon light in, and I got really excited. Yeah, and it was only when you and I started talking about it. I thought that literally it's got nothing to do with any of the content that we talk about. You know, it's just it's a shiny sign on a brick wall. But
yeah, and then when I said, you know, I sent him this picture with a guy sitting down slumping about because you were doing something about gambling addiction, weren't you?
Yeah, gambling.
And I said, this photo really tells the story, maybe outside the bookie, he's slumped down, lost all his money, doesn't know where he's going to go, where he's, the kids and all that, and there's a window at the side of the house, and he's cut the bloody window out.
No, it wouldn't fit in. It wouldn't fit in. It was either the window or the man. It was one or the other. I couldn't fit both into the banner, so I chose the man. Otherwise, it would have just been a window.
The man just look a window, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
True.
You know what I mean?
But from the inside, look.
George Formby.
I mean, no doubt that's going to change again. So
probably
somebody needs to help us.
Don't slag that one off, though. That's not our logo.
No, yeah, don't slag that one off. That's the official one for the.
That's the official one, isn't it? Right, so there's the official one.
Look at that. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's a fancy.
You'd pay a fortune for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah,
probably
any
did.
suggestions? Any suggestions that anyone can send in? That'd be great.
Right. So when is the boxing night?
June the 4th, the boxing night is, and like I said, we it's a white collar thing. You don't have to have experience if you just want to come along. All the training's done by Fit Club. In the lead up to it, I think you get like 10 weeks of free training to do it. Plus, it motivates you to go out and do your own training. I think what's happening, just so that everybody's aware, is that I'm fighting at this night, but I'm fighting my friend called Jake Coughlin. I'm in the forces, and my friend, Ian's already laughing. My friend boxes for the forces. He boxes for the Royal Navy, and he used to help me out a lot, as in like keep me fit. I would chase him around the ring, and he would practice his defense, and that was pretty much our sparring sessions, and if I got a bit too close to him, he would twat me in the head just to let me know that he was better than me. But one day I stood on his foot and he fell over. So this was on HMS Queen Elizabeth, the aircraft carrier with nearly 1,000 people on it. So he tripped over after I stood on his foot. So I quite rightly went and told all of our shipmates that I floored Coggy in sparring. And then I was doing it to the point where I was getting people that he didn't know to walk up to him on the ship and say, "Are you Jake Coughlin?" And when he was saying, "Yeah," they were saying things like, "Oh, you're who Ricky Gleason knocked out in sparring." So I always promised him that I would let him get his own back. So I'm gonna try and get as fit as I possibly can to see if I'm there or thereabouts when we spar again. And if I can hold my own with him for all of 40 seconds, I'm going to give him 6 minutes. So come along, come pay £55 just to come and see me get beat up.
Getting battered.
Yeah.
I'm buying 2 tickets.
So how much will the tickets be? Is that all been decided yet? Or?
Yeah, it's either tables of 10 for 550 quid, so it works out £55 each, or it's £60 single. When you hear that, it sounds a lot, but for £55 you get a 3-course meal as well. And I don't know many restaurants where you can go and get a 3-course meal for 55 quid.
Food as well.
Yeah, it's really nice food, and it's a lovely venue, and it's a really good atmosphere, and you get to dress up. Will I be shirtless? It depends. If you're gonna buy a ticket and use the correct yours from now on, then yeah, I'll turn shirtless. But yeah, no, it's 55 quid, a 3-course meal. You get to dress up. It's evening wear, so the ladies get to tart themselves up, and the lads get to put a suit on. And the booze is fairly cheap. I don't drink, but for the ones that do, the booze is fairly cheap. It's a really good night. We've been to a couple, Ian and myself.
Yeah,
we've been to a couple.
Not talk about them.
We did the sport night out that though.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Get yourself a table of 10. There you go, sorted.
Yeah.
I'm game. I'm game. I texted you about 20 minutes ago, like I want to go.
Yeah.
So the tickets will be on sale probably. We can take reservations now. We're getting the tickets printed as we speak, so it's probably going to be a week or so until we've got the tickets, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah, and if anyone's watching, we still are looking for a couple of fighters. If anybody wants to come along and get involved, it's all good fun, and it's fun. So.
It will be fun. It'll be funny to meet you and then watch you get.
What about Dublin and ginger, Baz?
What was that? Sorry, Billy.
Dublin and ginger, Baz. Reckon them two could have a go.
Yeah, Dublin Dave against Ginger. You won't know who Ginger is. Ian might from the shows that we've done, and in the chat, he can be lovely and he can put some great comments in and great ideas. And then suddenly he'll just be so negative.
Put his name forward.
Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So
I will fight them.
I will fight them.
Set it up. Set it up.
Set it up. I don't think Paul will be allowed.
How's your ribs, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, by then.
I would do it for free. Oh man, is ear biting allowed? No, come on. What do you mean ear biting? You probably want to nibble. Training down a company instructor above will take 5 years to go on par with other clubs. Any views on this? Any views on the, obviously football wise for Newcastle, doing some upgrades on their training facilities, going from wheelie bins for ice baths to actual ice baths, and maybe getting a sauna in there, maybe, you know. It's going to take 5 years, isn't it?
Want to cool down, that they're not, sat in the paddling pool on a hill. 8 of them all crowded into the child's paddling pool. So we know it's going to take time. These things take time, but it'll all be going on, season by season. That'll be improving. Players will be improving. It'll happen.
I think Leicester's took like 2.5, 3 years to build. So I think 5 years.
I don't think that will take as long as 5 years.
Yeah, I don't think it will.
No. I mean, it all depends on what ground they're going to use. Yeah,
the layout they want and stuff.
Just enjoy it, no matter how long it takes. The fact that stuff's actually happening now. Because I left the area just after Mike Ashley took charge, and I remember when he took charge. We was all excited. I hate to say this. I'm not actually from. I've got a southern accent. I'm not from London. I'm from just outside of Slough, from a place called Birmingham, where Mike Ashley's from. And I remember at the time sort of using that as bragging rights. And then by the end, I was like, "No, I ain't from Burnham." But just it takes time, doesn't it? And I'm really pleased that I'm coming home just as we've sort of been bought out. And if it takes 10 years, it takes 10 years. But at least there's some hope now, and it's not just depressing the whole time.
Yeah, and the owners speak to the fans and have a dialogue, and it seems like they just seem lovely people from what I'm seeing.
So Rob apparently wants to fight me. I'll be an even match. I'm 6'3" and 18 stone. I'm 6'2" and I'm not 18 stone. Thanks, you cheeky bastard.
That's fighting talk. That is. I like this. The trash talk's already started. We should be advertising this as well. All the build-up press to it.
I know. We could do shows on it.
Well,
to be fair,
I'm 5'9" and 5 stone, and I'll have it. I will.
Are you 5'9"?
I love it.
I never thought that.
There is someone, Ian and Ricky, who might actually do the interviews and stuff for you. We got a guy on our channel called Ian. He was right into his boxing, and he went through a tough time. He was homeless. He's had a really shit time at the moment, if I'm completely honest with you. But he is really into his boxing. He's in a camp with who is it, Billy, again? The boxer that he's in the
David
camp
Allen.
with?
David Allen.
Dave Allen, I follow Dave Allen a lot on Instagram. Because I will say that out of the spot, I'm a massive Newcastle United fan, but I'm more a boxing fan than I am a football fan overall. I follow Dave Allen. He's a funny man. Maths genius as well.
Is he?
Yeah. You can ask him any sum you ask Dave Allen, he will give you the answer to within about 2 seconds flat.
Wow. Get him on camera.
If anyone needs the spelling corrected, just see Ricky as well. He's
And yet, when he fought David Boyd, he couldn't count to 10, Ricky.
No, he couldn't. I mean,
What we could do is, I mean, if you're interested, he can go around and do some interviews on the night and all that sort of stuff. Interview the boxers afterwards. We could put it. We could put it on the channel
now I
as a
understand
boxing
why you
night.
haven't got many followers, Ricky. It's the grammar thing, isn't it?
Maybe
it is.
Maybe I need to change that. And no, I won't. I'm not doing it.
I don't blame you. I'm the same with you.
Yeah,
I
never went to school. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone wants to fight me tonight. Apparently, what have I done wrong?
I don't know if it's funny.
Let's go, Ginger.
It's Bayville allowed, for heaven's sake.
As a football fight, we're going for a pint instead. Exactly, Stan. That's my kind of fighting, with a pint at the bar, and then you fight with your language.
What about glassing them? Fucking hell, I'm a bit rough.
That is terrible. Billy, calm down.
Our YouTube subscribers have been going up while we've been sat here. So thank you to anybody that subscribed while we've been.
Yeah, everyone. There's that is obviously your logo, but from the outside looking in podcast, if you actually type into YouTube from the outside looking in, you will find them. And please subscribe and enjoy the content, because there's some great stuff on there. And don't forget, obviously, to hit that subscribe button on our channel as well, and hit that membership button for 99p a month. And like I say, we'll have some great prizes from the charity shop, new stuff, whatever it will be. Money will be going to them, because they are our partner charity. We will sponsor them, and you never know, we might get some tickets for the boxing, and we'll have a World of Sport night, and we'll actually broadcast some stuff live and stuff like that, tell you how the night's going. If we see Ricky on the canvas, we'll make sure we'll get the camera right up in his face to show you that he's been knocked out. And we'll put some.
I'll even spell it right for you, Ricky.
Yeah. No, we won't. We'll put some inappropriate grammar in front of it, so you can't correct it because you can't see it.
I was just being polite to Jake Coughlin.
Oh, that should be your name, Ricky, the appropriate grammar.
Yeah.
I'll not tell you what his name was at the last boxing thing. And that's Jones.
No, why? What was it? That was fine. Mowgli. It was Mowgli. Because
the one before.
Oh, I don't even know. What was it? Can you even remember that night? You can't remember that night.
I can remember that bit. That's the last bit I can remember. Yeah, that was. Oh, that was a good night. No, it was Ricky the something hunter. Remember?
Oh yeah, no, don't say that. No.
We might get. It wasn't rude. It was.
Yeah, we can say nonce, can't we? We can say nonce. Well, we can't. I've said it.
Well, okay. Well, you know my mind's in the gutter then.
Why? Where was your mind? I'm sorry, my shout.
That's okay. You know my mind's in the gutter then.
I thought it was going to rob a hunt, so I've got to be honest.
Ricky spelling check, I love it. John, it was another name today. Oh God,
that wasn't quite as posh as the first fight that you had. Wasn't quite as posh a venue as the. It was
it was a leisure centre in Exeter.
Jesus, anyone? Something's happened in an EFL Cup game again in the stand. It's happening too much. We're not watching the football, unfortunately. We don't know what's going on, but no. So we hope everything's all right there. But I think it has happened in the past, but we don't hear about it. But now referees and players and that are all being shouted at by fans. The game's stopping a lot faster, and people are getting the attention they need. So let's hope they're all right. It's not nice when you start hearing about things like this.
Involved as well.
Yeah,
it is.
Is it Spurs again tonight, is it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Watford Spurs game and now Spurs Chelsea.
It's crazy. Yeah, well, we hope everything's all right there, because it's not good. While there's fighting talk, got me on the piss. Error people can take seriously hurt if not killed. Been said in here, those punches going in.
Yeah, I've got to jump in there. Like, you know,
go on.
It's a really well run night, this, and as much as we're joking, it's all matched up really evenly, and you know, Clive does a really, really good job, and everybody gets the right training, and you matched up fairly. And if there isn't somebody to match with you fairly, you don't get to fight. And you know, it's
and they use 16-ounce gloves as well.
16-ounce gloves, headgear, medics there. You know, it's all insured. It's as professionally ran a boxing night as you will find anywhere in the country. Yeah. So look, it's boxing. It's not a tickling match, but you know, it's a sport that I love. So I'm not gonna. I have to defend it when I see people say, like, "Why are you joking about it?" I joke about it, and I'm talking about fighting my friend Coggy, and we intend to take each other's heads off each other's shoulders, and we joke about it because it's fun. We like it. We like boxing. That's just the way it goes. So.
Yeah. So Kevin, I'm gonna put you on timeout. If you're going to send block capitals and talking the night down, you know, if you want to debate something, debate it respectfully, please.
Come on the podcast, and we'll have a debate. That'll be
fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or come fight me.
Spurs game. Welcome, Northern. A lot of cases in medical emergencies that matches this season. There is. The jab increases the risk of heart attack and many cardiac. Let's not talk about jabs and COVID and all that sort of stuff. But
no political stuff on my page. No.
Exactly. What about a WWE night? Dublin can fight Ginger in the tables match, tables, ladders, and chairs. I used to love that. Welcome to the chat. And well said, Ricky. Exactly. I mean, this is going to be an actual well-organized game. Fight night, I suppose. I don't know why I said game. Sleep deprived.
Yeah.
Sleep deprived.
Don't blame that beautiful baby.
Excuse me, I have to. I've got no other excuse.
Yeah, honestly, like we actually will. There is a trained medic on, at ringside.
Listen, you have to do a medical before you do it. You do a medical during your training. You do a medical to check that your heart pressure's okay, like half an hour before you get into the ring, and then you do a medical afterwards. I just I'll defend that to the hilt. It's as safe as any other sport.
Dublin, did you block Ginger?
Yeah, I'm just reading that
in the chat.
The mods are on fire. But it's a shame you missed the Kevin round though. Fellaini. Everyone's thoughts now for me.
No.
Jesus Christ. No. Everyone's shaking their head. There we go. Game over. Anybody know who was televising the game?
It was shit in his prime, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It
wasn't great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was Everton. Yeah, he was an Everton player in his prime.
Yeah.
So shit.
Yeah.
We did all
Have
the
you ever seen that
last
episode?
night, Jim.
You know of like Father Ted, where they have the episode of the over 90s football club, and like all these trying to kick the ball.
It's just gone again.
What?
No to Fellaini. There's not been much transfer rumours today, has there? Oh God, here we go. From Paul Bars, tell the truth. It's not the baby keeping you up. You keep shit. Keep and change all the time due to your terrible bowels. Thanks, Paul, mate. I do not want him. He's 30 foot. Exactly. I'm not a fan of Fellaini. At Dublin, you don't do anything bad. He was the one making threats, and you just hold the pipe down. Basically, that was last night, wasn't it? He was being a bit of a knob, but we like Ginger because he does come up with some good stuff. Just it's 90% bullshit most of the time, and 10% good stuff. He just needs to learn how to even it out a little bit. Welcome, Northern Soul. Yeah, thank you for joining the chat. To review, Bianca broke you last night, and you.
See what I mean, Baz?
What's that?
What we spoke about earlier.
Yes. I think we think we've worked out who Bianca is, but we're not going to ruin it. Fauna from Lens, where's your source on this? My source has been very quiet today. HP and Heinz have not come out the cupboard, I'm afraid. I'm still waiting to hear some stuff. You what? Sorry,
I think Burnley have to Fauna from Lens. Lons or
something. For them. Surely we've got a chance of getting them. Yeah. Is there an age limit for when a beginner can take up boxing or martial art? Go on, Em.
I said Burnley are wanting to claw back anything now, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. They do, don't they? They were absolutely terrible, weren't they?
They have Gale for 20 million.
No, they can't, There's a question for Ricky. You're probably, looking at me and Billy and Ian. I think Ricky's probably the fittest one out of the lot of us. Sorry, Ian.
I'd reserve judgment on
don't worry about it. Fat shaming me.
Wow.
not fat shaming.
You upset the secretary, Baz.
I know. Well,
you say that it's a Wednesday night. Before we came on air, it's a Wednesday night, and I ate a mixed kebab, and I don't drink anymore. So that's where I'm at in life at the moment.
But is there an age limit, would you say, for anyone taking up boxing or martial arts? I mean, it all depends on your age.
Start boxing at 8, 7, 8. I started when I was 10.
Yeah,
I started when I was 8.
Yeah, I think most clubs it's about 8 years old. But I mean, you look at the likes of Billy Joe Saunders and that, they've been boxing since they can walk. Amongst the
this could be on the other scale, though. It could be like, is there an age where you should stop potentially?
You're not allowed to box amateur once you're over 40.
Mm-hmm. What about just taking it up as a sport?
I mean, look,
can anyone do it?
Yeah. If you go to a good boxing gym, which most boxing gyms are good, there's this idea that when you walk into a boxing gym, if you've never done it before, they're going to put you in a ring and you're going to start getting your head taken off, and that would just never ever happen. So anybody, I always say that the two most inclusive places that I've been personally are AA meetings, but that's another podcast, and boxing gyms. But they are the two most inclusive places that I go. You can walk into any boxing gym and it doesn't matter who you are, what background you're from, what shape you're in. The fact that you're there willing to do a bit of training, everybody always respects you. So it's a great way to get fit. It's probably the hardest cardio that there is that I can think of in any sport. So just give it a go. Usually costs about £3 as well.
Yeah. Even with boxing, you don't have to be in a ring to enjoy boxing.
No, you can just enjoy the routines,
can't you? Like getting on the bag, punching people's hands, doing all that kind of work.
Like I said, if you've never boxed before, when you go in, it'll be touch sparring. The person that you're with will, be no harder than that. So
the pads on,
give it a go. That's what I say.
That's what if you can't amateur box over 40, is that because somebody's going to chin you and then you'll break a hip?
Maybe.
Fulham beating Reading 7-0.
So
Jesus.
I'm in that category.
Norwich lost.
Yes, Norwich lost, everyone. That's a very good result for Newcastle again. So we have a massive chance of getting out of the relegation zone on Saturday.
What do you reckon the score's going to be?
I'm really confident. I think 3-1.
Yeah, I think 3-1.
I said 3-1 last night, and I'm sticking with my prediction because I don't do changing my mind.
2-0. Watford got no forward line, have they?
Yeah, true. What about you?
I was going to say 2-1.
Yeah, that's only one goal away from that.
Yeah,
Sam?
I just,
I was going to say 1-0, bit of a shit-house win. Really.
Ricky?
8-0.
I was just waiting. I was waiting for
it. Bridled optimism. That's what we need.
He didn't say who to.
He didn't say who to. Yeah, he just said 8-0.
Yeah, don't worry about
that.
Yeah, this is true.
Ian, what the score was going to be? They say 3-1 as well. I thought you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin's back. Sorry I had to put your time on me. I just don't like caps unless it's Joe Linton. Joe Linton gets away with it because he donates. When I was involved in amateur boxing, lads, we're in the gym 3 times a week for up to 12 months before a bout. We looked after boxers and matched them correctly, not this white collar stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people, a lot of the boxing community don't like white collar. That's fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion. A lot of people go from white collar into amateur boxing now, so it is what it is. Like I said, the lad that I'm fighting, he's boxed amateur for the Royal Navy. We've got a few people that have boxed amateur before, and they're getting matched up against each other. And then we've got people that haven't ever done it before, and they're gonna give it a go. And some people might look down on that, but I don't really give a shit. So do you know what I mean? It's one of them. If you don't want to watch it, Kev, don't fucking watch it. Do you know what I mean?
It's fair enough, isn't it? At the end of the day, we all like different things. And like you've mentioned,
just
the
checking YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, we've just lost the subscriber on the YouTube channel.
So
horses for courses.
Exactly.
Hard for a day.
It was going so well.
Not important.
It was great, wasn't it, girls?
It was, yeah. Sorry, Baz. Can't wait for signings, new sponsors, new jersey reveal, ground sectors. I live in Bristol and I rarely get to come up, and I've run out of peace pudding. Just jump in the car with John Sinclair if you can.
Yeah.
Listen to him for 4 hours on the way up talking about Bianca. You'll be all right. Exactly.
It's like a 20-minute flight from Bristol. I'm like.
That's mean.
Don't accidentally block your gym either. Again.
My 11-year-old son said to me before he went, "Dad, can you put John's podcast on where he's speaking to the Man United girl?" I put it on, and I swear on my life, I put it on. It was on for about 5 seconds, and he went, "No, I'll turn it off." He's having a Sinclair.
Oh, I love it. I do feel sorry for John at times, but he's his own worst enemy sometimes, isn't he?
He sent me a link to go on his fans forum thing today.
Right.
2 minutes before it ended. Unreal.
There's one for you, Ricky.
I have, yeah. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about psychedelics and stuff like that. It's do you know what? That's the type of thing that I talk about on my podcast, not a sporting one. That's drug talk and addiction talk, etc. Which is cool. Subscribe to our podcast channel and watch those. And that is something that we will be talking about at some point. So yeah. I mean, I have to stop myself talking because I will start talking about it quite a lot. But yes, I have. I've heard of it.
Totally, I'm on board. Like I've heard about all that as well, and I totally advocate that, like 100%. So we could talk about that at some stage because I do. Yeah. It has been done since the 50s, but yeah. Anyway, we'll go back to that. Anyway.
I love it. People just putting in the scoreboard. We'll beat Watford 12-3. Right, 2-0. Let's see what you started, Ricky. 4-1. 3 points on Saturday. That's all that matters. Ricky.
Yeah.
That goal could come off Chris Wood's ass cheek. I couldn't give a shit as long as we win.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
who cares?
Like, we just need the point.
That's it. That's all that matters.
Dublin, I heard just say Watford win. Oh my God. No wonder why he's been barred. Kevin. I'm going to have to say bye to you, mate. Another timeout again. Like I said, do you want to see it?
Yeah, put it up.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, he's used the wrong yaw. Look, he's used the wrong yaw.
And he spelled foot wrong.
Yeah, well, I think he's trying to be polite by not actually, putting the word in. I think.
Yeah, there's no way that's polite.
No, it's not.
Apostrophe R-E.
I read it up until the wrong grammar, and then I just
apostrophe R-E.
Hey, Ricky, maybe you could fight Kevin or whatever he's called.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
If he can sell 10 tickets, then yeah, I don't mind.
you have to spell his name Keivn.
He's spelling it out now in his head.
Probably.
Given
10-0 Newcastle ladies. Yes, it was. Newcastle ladies got off, and there was the City of Manchester that beat, wasn't it? Which is even sweeter when something like
John Buell fucked off.
You what? Sorry,
John Buell fucked off.
Yeah. John does not like it when Man United get beat, does he? He's so funny. Right. I think that's about it for tonight, to be honest with you guys. We've been talking for like 2 hours. We should have ended this about 48 minutes ago, but we've just kept on going. It's been fun. But I do need some sleep. So everyone, please.
Yes, Peter.
Peter, what did Peter say? Was that too slow there?
You were.
Yes, he is worth 30 million.
We did discuss him minorly.
We did.
But yes, absolutely. Sign him up.
Yeah. Apparently he's in advanced negotiations. I can't.
No, Jake can. Jake can say his name.
Do you have the link for Ricky's podcast? That's a good point. I tell you what, while we're still you crack on talking, I'm going to put the link into the chat.
The rumours are that Cantwell personal terms were agreed as well, just for the two clubs to come to a final agreement on valuation.
I think Cantwell's a good signing, me actually.
Yeah,
I do.
It's going to be a more lively week than we thought, lads. And
I always thought it was going to be lively. I just thought.
As you said, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. I thought it would be livelier early. Oh my God, there's so many things going on. Why can't I find my own bloody channels? Stupid. Come on, guys, keep talking.
I saw somebody ask if I watch UFC. No. That's the answer.
Right, there we go.
I say we gave the extra 5.5 million to start bartering for.
There we go. The link to Ricky's channel is now.
Nice one. Cheers for that.
Clickable. So all you got to do is click on it and then subscribe to it.
As well.
Yes. So again, guys, if you are new to the channel, you've enjoyed the crack and obviously this new partnership with the charity, please hit that subscribe button. The more we grow, the more money we can make from ads and all that sort of stuff, and then the more we can give back to the charity as well, which we want to do. Obviously, we do want to make a little bit for ourselves. Otherwise, it's one of those things. The running costs of the channel to be paid for, things like StreamYard cost money, the equipment cost money, all that sort of stuff. But we will be putting money into this charity, and as much as we can. So the more you guys subscribe, the more money the channel makes, the more that goes to the charity. And that also goes with a 99p a month membership. That is the lowest membership on YouTube. We didn't want to put it any higher because at the end of the day, we knew, the content's great, but you're doing this out of your goodness of your heart to actually give us 99p a month. And it might not sound like a lot, but it is to some people if they're going to be given £1 a month. That's technically really what it is. And again, all the membership money will go into the prizes to the charity to buy the gear, and then we will give it to you guys. So technically, hopefully, if you win something, you're actually putting money in and maybe getting a bit more back, because it's only £11.88 a month, and you could end up winning something that's worth 60 quid. So it's kind of a gamble as well, at the same time as, being part of the family on this channel. So there is a donation button. They'll always be live on most of our shows. There's some shows we don't put it up on. But, if you ever want to donate, you can do that as well. And like I say, we will do our best to always put as much money as we can into Yin and Ricky's charity, which I'll put back up on the screen so you all know that we're not taking the mick. It is Sports Trader. It is a UK-wide charity, and there will be a shop open in Newcastle very, very soon. They've got a great white-collared boxing charity event on, which hopefully World of Sport can get involved with somehow. The discussions will start, and please subscribe to the podcast as well. Anything you guys want to say before we go?
Thank you very much for having us on. It's been great.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you all.
I hope this doesn't get me chinned by Kevin Atkins.
Kevin, come down to the show,
I'm moving back in a month. I hope that the first thing that I move back, and the first thing that happens is Kevin Atkinson turns up at the shop and knocks me out. Well, I won't mind as long as he buys something while he's there. He'll be all right.
So he's willing to put his body on the line.
A good chinning.
No, thanks very much, everybody, for having us on. It's been great.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Well done.
Look forward to working with you.
Yes.
Yeah, can't wait to get started. We finally, just today, it took about 4 weeks nearly to finally get everything set up on YouTube to start actually receiving the money. So once that obviously builds up, we'll be in touch. You can send us pictures of the stuff you've got. We'll do our first prize draw. We'll tell people what's on offer. They can pick what they want, and we'll get it sent out to them. And then that'll continue through the year, and it'll be exciting. And hopefully some of our lovely paying members will win something nice, which I'm sure they will. And Jade, well done for the first one. Yes, the boxing in June 18th, did you say?
4th.
4th of June.
Where did you get 18 from?
I don't know. I think there's something on there.
It's on my birthday weekend, so
get a knockout.
And it's Bank Holiday weekend as well, isn't it? It's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, so it's Bank Holiday weekend.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I think I might work.
Baz hasn't had any sleep, so he doesn't remember.
The weekend off. We're going.
I know it's not as easy as that where I work, but I'll try my best. But I do actually have unpaid maternity leave I can take if they don't give me holidays, and I can just throw it in the face and say, well, do you know what it is? I'll just take that week off anyway because you can't stop me.
That's it. We're going.
Hey, if we can get 10 people to go, Jade, from the channel, we will definitely do it. It'll be great. And if I can get Ian involved, I'll link him up with you. He can do some commentary on the night or something like that to broadcast live from the channel or something like that as well. It'll be another way, and then we can set up a donation.
You could do interviews with the boxers.
Yeah, things like that. There'll be lots of stuff we can do. But yeah, it's going to be a great partnership. Jade, well done for the first half an hour. I know you were bricking it, and you did amazing. And I can't wait for next week's show. We shall be back. Gallowgate Girls will be back at 8 o'clock with Jade.
For a 4-hour special next week, isn't it, Baz?
Absolutely. You know how long that half hour felt?
No.
You did well.
You did really well. You did really well. I'm very proud of you. Junior Turner, thank you very much for joining the chat a bit late there, but well done. Great show. You might have been watching for a while and not said anything. I don't know. Jade was great. See, I'm telling you, everyone get onto her Twitter. I'll quickly put that back
congratulations.
Up. Yeah, there's
Be careful with my spelling next year in case Ricky goes on.
Yes, you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna be super careful with my vernacular.
So the Twitter handles of the Free Girls is just coming along the bottom now. So if you want to follow them, they will follow back and just get involved. Maybe you can give some ideas on shows and stuff like that as well. But there it all is. Oh, hey, look who it is.
Yeah. Any talking points, girls, boys, lads and ladies, or anything you want us to bring up and chat about, then just drop us a tweet and we'll add it in the show for you.
There it is. Look who's back.
Oh, he's back. I missed you.
You have to get it cleared from the SIAs. I'm not allowed to fight in public. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it, Ginger.
Where's the SIA?
Yeah.
God,
see ya?
Fantastic. But yeah, so everyone, please, as I mentioned, oh God, I'm repeating myself again because it's everyone. We keep going off on tangents.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe
button, hit the subscribe button, hit the boys. Check out Ricky, check out Ian's podcast. We'll be back Friday. Definitely for a look ahead to the Watford game. I'll hopefully be doing a watch along on Saturday if the missus will let me, because that means I'll have to have 2 hours of uninterrupted child activity, unless I sit there with the baby in my arms, commentate on the game. But if we score, she might hit the ceiling, so it's probably not a good idea.
Hold the baby.
Feed her at 5 to 3 bars and then feed her at full time.
Well, yeah, that's not every 2 hours. Yeah, that might just work.
Spoken like a true hero, Billy.
He was there, wasn't he?
Hold her like Shearer running around the living
by the neck. Oh my God! Oh, I'm gonna have
your child.
I'm literally going to have social services knock on the door tomorrow morning, aren't I?
Yeah, I'm going to see
this. Are you making that child watch Newcastle United?
Exactly. Child abuse from an early age. But everyone, thanks for watching. We'll see you all very soon. And please, like I say, check out everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Buenas noches.